deep, and we're underway from Salt Lake City. This one kicked in the back of the end zone, and Butler Bird will just grab it.
Best special teams in all of America.
First down at 10 to the 25, and Booker running on first down. No, that's Travis Wilson. Some deception there. Empty backfield for Wilson. And Wilson wants to run it again. Wilson with space. And Wilson crosses the 40, gets up to the 42. Channing Stribling with the tackle. And it's Wilson again. This time Michigan reads it perfectly, and they'll drop the 6'7" quarterback for a loss. Wilson, he'll drop it off in the flats. This is Booker. Booker down the sideline, cuts it back inside, still on his feet, and finally dragged down inside Michigan territory. He's terrific catching the ball out of the backfield. 306 yards a year ago. First down and 10. Play fake. Near side. This ball caught. Moiai, the backup tight end. And he'll advance it and get close to the 30-yard line as Desmond Morgan, one of the most rowdiest student sections in the Pac-12. Second down. They'll flare it out wide. Bubba Poole with space. Gets down the sideline and finally knocked out of bounds. Close to the 15 by Jared Wilson. That's a gain of 14, and what an opening drive for you. This time they give it to Booker, and he is gobbled up at the 20-yard line. Nicely done, Willie Henry.
Big house.
Second down and 11 from the 20. And they'll hand it off straight ahead, and it's Devontae Booker. But it has to be duly noted that when Michigan shut Booker down, he had not really claimed that starting running back spot after screen. Here's Wilson. Worked on his accuracy in the offseason, and he put that one in a shoebox, but not enough for first down. Kenneth Scott, their senior captain and returning leading receiver, gains 6 from 30 yards away. And it's good. So the opening drive for Utah to kick it away. Line drive kick. And a touchback. Michigan will start from the 25. So now, and took 36 sacks in his 2 seasons. First and 10 to the 25, and they hand it off. Davion Smith runs into a wall. Johnny, second down and 9 to the 26. Here's Rudock, first pass. And he'll hit Smith in the flats. He's still running, and finally knocked out of bounds at the 32 by Marcus Williams. With time, fires low, looks like a catch, and a first down. Big Jake Butt, the junior, comes in, offset eye, play fake, Rudock underneath, and wrestled away. Intended for Butt, and that one brings up second down and 10 to the 36. They pitch it to Isaac, running near side with a lane. Isaac crosses the 40, gets up to the 41 as Johnny Paul makes the tackle.
After the play, unnecessary roughness, late hit, number 13 defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Smith hopping, hit in the backfield, keeps his legs churning. And he'll pick up a yard on the play. Paul with the tackle once again.
An 800-pound squat busted that power.
Rudock, oh, he threads the needle, puts that one on the money. First down, Wolverines at the 25-yard line. Jake Butt, the tight end, with the catch. And that's a gain of 24. 34 yards. Smith trying to break tackles and does. Forward lean. Now this is the kind of offense for Jim Harbaugh. We saw it at Stanford. 4-yard pickup on the last play. Second and 6 at the Utah 22. Opening drive for Michigan. Here's Davion Smith, and he is swallowed up. Baniaika coming up with the tackle for Michigan. Rudock out of the shotgun. Delivers and picked off on the far side. Corey Butler Bird. And Michigan turns the ball over on their opening drive from their own 14-yard line. Wilson throwing on first down, swings it out near side, and this is Bubba Poole. Nice running after the catch. Pool in motion. Here's Booker. And Michigan bottles him up and takes him down. Godin. Booker. Nothing. Terrific coverage by Michigan. Chris Wormley, the senior from Toledo, comes up and makes a stop. And Hackett, maybe the second best player on this team, the Utah punter. Best in the Pac-12 1 year ago, won the Ray Guy Award. And Jabril Peppers, the young man from Paramus Catholic High School out of New Jersey, comes up and fields the punt. Isaac running left with the lane, stiff arms, tries to get around the corner. But a lot of red jerseys converging on him, led by Paul. Empty backfield for Rudolph. Rudolph over the middle, and it's caught by guess who? The tight end, Jake Butt. Back. Rudolph looks far side, puts it on the money for Butt, but it'll be short of the first down. That's because Justin Thomas came up and just chopped his legs out. The Aussie rules punter from Melbourne, Australia. And end-over-end kick. Great special teams work by the Wolverines as they down it inside the 5.
The spring. Let's see how he does this fall.
And they'll hand it off to Booker. Booker knocked backwards. This Michigan defense. The front 7 very aggressive. Wormley once again. Booker has rushed 5 times, no yards. Now Wilson sprinting out of the pocket, delivers underneath and incomplete. Dangerous play as McClellan lets it go right through his hands. Wilson. Fine time, delivers and incomplete. 2 white jerseys in the vicinity. Kenneth Scott delivers. Peppers signals for the fair catch and has it at the Utah 41. De'Veon Smith in the backfield. Rudolph fires down the field. Wide open. Incomplete. He had his man. J.U. Jessup. Second down and 10 of the 41. Rudolph now near side. Has Darboh up the sideline. Turns on the afterburners and gets out of bounds at the Utah 10. It's quickly. They want to run one more play. They give it to Smith. And Smith ridden down by Jared Norris. Rudolph, far side. It's caught, but not enough. Brian Cole tried to dip inside, and he gets dropped by Tevin Carter. The red 30 yards away. And it's good.
Play very fast, Mike, as you know, so maybe even more snaps per game out west.
And Kenny Allen once again kicking this one deep into the Utah end zone. First down to 10 to the 25. Booker, stutter step, tried to hop, and he goes nowhere as Joe Bolden caught him in the air. Lewis in 11. Wilson to throw. Underneath, and it's caught for first down and more. They get to the 45. Britton Covey with the reception. First down. Booker breaks through, still running, and he's dragged down at the 45. Over 800 yards after contact last season. Play action. Wilson in trouble. Steps up in the pocket, uses his legs, gets out of bounds at the 40. Actually give him 7. Second and 3. Booker trying to get the first down. He's pushed back. Should be a little short in that battle. Third down and 1. Booker again. He'll get the first down. Great vision as he
Face on the outside than he is between the tackles.
Wilson firing again. This time it's Tyrone Smith.
Very excited about his talent. A tall, 6'4", 188-pound wide receiver.
Wilson again over the middle, and he's found a receiver once again. Getting to the line of scrimmage quickly. Booker. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, close to a touchdown, and out of bounds at the 1 for Covey. Booker, the deep man. They give it to him. Touchdown, Utah. And it's good. 11-play drive coverage.
Completions down the field.
Phillips sends it away. And out of the end zone. Now let's go to Jenny 10 yards. First down and 15. And they'll get it out quickly to Chesson. Chesson turns the corner and finally slung out of bounds. In the backfield, they give it to him right. Smith cuts it back inside, finds some running room. Jared Norris stands him up. Third down and 2. Rudock delivers and incomplete. That one thrown high. Intended for A.J. Williams, the senior from Cincinnati. 43 yards on his first punt. This one end over end. And fair caught at the 30. It's Faka Iloatonga, the tight end, 87. And they'll run it on first down. Peppers makes a tackle onto that.
Already here tonight.
Out of the shotgun, empty backfield for Wilson. Near side, incomplete. Here's Wilson. Wants to run it. And Wilson gobbled up in the backfield as Michigan comes up with the sack. So Tom Hackett sends it away. One of the best directional punters in college football. That one goes into the end zone. He knocked that motion out of the backfield. And they'll hand it to the up back, Joe Carriage. And they'll give it to Smith. And Smith churning his legs. We'll get about 2.5 on the play. Rudock to throw it. To the sideline, caught, and a first down. That's Big Jake Butt, who's had a very solid first half. And they'll run the hitch on the far side. Darboh gets down the sideline. Showed a quick first step. Rudock all day to throw it. Winds up down the sideline. Chesson is there. But once again, Rudock overthrows him. Magnuson, the offensive lineman for the Wolverines, 2nd and 10. Rudock again and intercepted. Marcus Williams, the second interception of the first half for 5th-year man Jake Rudock. On and 10 of the 49 for the Utes. Wilson, he'll wind up now, up the sideline, incomplete.
They're going to get
Faka Iloatonga, the intended receiver.
Defense number 5. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Booker. And Booker chopped down. Peppers came up with the initial contact. Quarterback draw. Wilson, nothing doing. Michigan not biting on that play. Down in 10 of the 36. Wilson, quarterback draw again, breaks a tackle, and he'll be downed at the 30, short of the first down. Carter. And he'll push it wide. Michigan will take it. First down and 10 at the 31. 3:29 to go for Michigan as they start. And they'll run it with Derek Green. And Green tackled in the backfield. And this is Green. And Green. Here's Rudock out of the shotgun. Steps into his throw. Flag on the play. Incomplete. Intended for Grant Perry.
Offside 50 defense lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Replay.
Rudock underneath, incomplete. A.J. Williams, the intended receiver, but it's broken up by Jared Norris. So Blake O'Neal punting for the 3rd time. That one driven deep. And Covey will pick it up inside his own 15, crosses the 25, gets up to the 28.
Can't wait for his show.
First down, Wilson throws it to Booker out of the backfield. And Booker gets close to the 35-yard line. Wilson hands it off. Booker again. Booker 2. Wilson. Nice toss out of the backfield. First down, Booker. Devontae
Balance, and he still was able to get an accurate throw out there.
Wilson again. Near side, Tyrone Smith with the catch. And he's stopped at the 49. Second down and 7 at the 49. Here's Wilson throwing off his back foot and incomplete.
At halftime.
Third down and 7 at the 49. Here's Wilson with time now. Now he'll bounce it out of the pocket. Wilson throws on the run, and it's caught. Devontae Booker with the catch. Here's Wilson, play fake. Wilson under pressure. Booker with the catch and the first down. 17 seconds to go. First down. Here's Wilson. That one deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Wilson looking for Booker once again. This time he can't hang on to it. Here's Wilson. Sideline throw, and looks like that'll be an incomplete pass. Kenneth Scott made the catch, but just couldn't get a foot in bounds. So fourth down and 10. Here's Wilson. He may go for it. Takes his time, winds up in the end zone. And batted down, or is it picked off? Looks like this will go into the hands of the Wolverines. And will end. Andy Phillips sends it away. Peppers and Thomas are back deep. And this one out of the end zone again, so the Wolverines will. Davion Smith, the deep back out of the I formation. And they'll give it to him on first down, and he'll lose yardage on the play. That front seven, Joel for you. Play fake. Rudock rolling out of the pocket, dumps it off. A lot of running room here. And a first down for Ian Bunting, the fourth string tight end. Tight end position. 12-yard gain. Here's the pitch. Smith cuts it back inside with a little bit of running room. And Davion Smith spinning. And second and 3 at the 44. Play fake. Rudock steps up in the pocket, wants to run it, dives forward and picks up the first down. We didn't see that in the first half. I love Isaac in the game at running back. They'll give it to him. And Isaac pick up a couple of yards on the play. Ryan Smith back in. Play fake. Rolling out Rudock with a jump pass, and it is caught by A.J. Williams. Rudock underneath and caught for first down. Darboh still running, and he'll be dragged down at the 30-yard line. Amara Darboh found a soft spot. Tevin, the foot injury. First down and 10 at the 31. They'll get it out on the far side. Chesson. And Chesson using that speed. He rolls out of the pocket again. Sets up, looks backside, and incomplete. Davion Smith, the intended receiver, with Ty Isaac. He'll throw it underneath and caught by Darboh once again. First down, Michigan. No good.
At a minimum, 9 points.
First down and 10. And they'll run it left. Devontae Booker. And Booker. And they run the option, the pitch to Booker. He gets to the corner. Booker spinning, and Booker picks up a first down. And that's the amazing thing about Travis Wilson. His first down, Utah. They give it to him. He stutter steps through the hole, gets it outside, and runs out of real estate. Actually, this time it was Joe Williams, the junior college transfer.
Makes it a second and short.
Gain of 7, second and 3 at the 46. And Wilson running now. First down and more. Big fella. Out of bounds, but a flag back at the 46-yard line.
Holding. Offense number 87. 10-yard foul. Second down.
But boy, what a great fake from Travis Wilson.
2nd and 5. Wilson. And he'll throw it into the flats. This ball caught by Bubba Poole. And Poole doesn't find a lot of room. Successful finding Booker out of the backfield. They give it to him this time, and he picks up the first down. Slicing through the hole, Devontae Booker.
Uatafe got up to the second level beautifully.
And Wilson getting to the line of scrimmage, throwing it quickly. This time he finds his time. Play fake. Wilson deep in the pocket, fires over the middle, and caught. I tell you what, Britton Kobe. The catches 43 yards for the freshman. Wilson again sidesteps a defender, flag on the play.
Illegal formation. 4 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Replay.
4 penalties. 35 yards for Utah. Over the middle, caught again, and a first down for the Utes. They're going to their tight ends now. They found some success. This is an 18-yard gain. The Utes 1st and 10 at the 14. And this is Wilson sprinting. Touchdown, Utah. To try to tack on the extra point, and he does. How about Travis Wilson? Utes. And Michigan will not get a chance to return it. 25 for Michigan. Rudock rolls out of the pocket, throws on the move, and it's caught at the 30-yard line. And they hand it off to Smith. Trying to get outside, turns it back up, leans forward, and he should have a first down. Quarterback straight ahead and a first down. First down at their own 36. Rudock gets outside, squares his shoulders, throws on the run, incomplete. He had a receiver, Grant Perry, but
Braden down the field.
2nd and 10. And they'll stay on the ground with Smith. Smith gets to the 41 tonight. Rudock near side, and a catch by Darboh. First down, Wolverines. They pitch it to Smith. He's got some blockers in front of him. And Smith turns a corner, breaks some tackles, and he'll lean forward and get to the Utah. Isaac now in the game at tailback. They give it to him. Isaac lowers his shoulder and picks up a first down. 35. Rudock over the middle, incomplete. The deep man. Rudock, deep drop, throws. He's got a receiver. Incomplete again. Darboh broke. Rudock flushed out, and Rudock out of bounds, hit late. A costly mistake by the Utes. Similar mistake
After
last
the play,
year.
Unnecessary roughness late out of bounds. 13 of the defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
1st and 10 at the 19. Rudock. Can he make him pay? Yes, he can! Touchdown, Wolverines! Jake Butt! Extra point is good. Allen sending it away. He's driven it deep the entire game and continues to do so. Now, Wilson drops it off in the flats. Booker. And he gets out of bounds after an 8-yard gain. Joe Bolden. And a first down gain by Utah as Booker.
Last series by Travis Wilson. No stranger to close games.
First down, Wilson wants to run it. And he fumbled it. Fumbled it forward, covered up though by...
We saw one right there.
2nd and 6 at the 41. No turnovers for the Utes. Here's Wilson. Actually, one turnover for the Utes. Wilson running. Throws laterally. Finds his receiver. Covey in a first down. Wow. 19-yard gain as Wilson.
Heads-up play from Wilson.
Wilson again. Over the middle. And incomplete. Good. Here's Booker. Wilson underneath, caught short of the first down. Fourth down and 1. Devontae Booker, the pistol back. They give it to him. Does he get there? He just drove his legs through the hole. And first down to the Michigan 30. Wilson to Booker again. This time he's ambushed in the backfield for a loss. And they'll swing it out to the freshman again, Covey, but this time they find him and knock him down. Jabril Peppers. 3rd and 17 at the 37. Wilson over the middle, caught. And that's Kevin Scott. And he hooked it. Wow, Phillips. And they'll swing it out, Darboh. And Darboh out of bounds at the 45. And they'll hand it off. And Davion Smith. They give it to him again. And this time he goes nowhere. Rudock. And intercepted to the end zone. Justin Thomas, touchdown Utah. And that might be the end of the night for Jake Rudock. 3. And they'll bring this one out of the end zone. Peppers. Out of bounds at the 40. And this is Smith running. And speaking of Ezekiel Elliott, the star running back on the national champion Columbus, he said, I talked to him yesterday. We asked him, well, what did you guys talk about? You and 7 at the 39. Rudock underneath, first down Michigan. And that is Mr. Reliable, Jake Butt with the catch. Here's Rudock to throw it. Steps up in the pocket, wants to run, breaks a tackle, and he'll slide down at the 40. A flag on the play on the far side.
We're going to have an offsides.
Offside. It's number 49 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Replay.
Hunter did.
Rudock checks down, finds Isaac, and he'll get out of bounds at the 35. Interesting about still fighting. 6:12 to go. Quick strike to the far side. Darboh cuts it inside, dives forward looking for the first down, and he's a tad short. 3rd down and 1. And I don't know if they got it.
I don't think they did.
Smith. And he won't get it. Wow. We told you that this Utah defense was vicious. Has the ball at his own 35. And they'll give it to Booker. There he goes. Devontae Booker. Rushed for 1,500 yards a season ago. Booker again, making people miss. Wilson running. And he'll cover the football up with Devontae Booker, the deep man. And it's Wilson running, looking for the first down, and no, Peppers. Terrific open field tackle. And the Utes will punt it away. It's Tom Hackett, Aussie-style kicker, angles it, and it goes Out of the reply, 10 out of 10, easily. Not that time. Over the middle. And this ball caught by Grant Parry. Rudock. Over the middle, and it's caught by Chesson. Chesson. Rudock. Underneath, and it's caught. Jake Butt again. What a 10. Rudock over the middle, and incomplete. Rudock slings it out of play.
With still over a minute left in a 2-score game.
Rudock wanting to run it, trying to get out of bounds, and he does at the 45 of Utah with a minute and 30 remaining. Here's Rudock to throw it, and this time it's Grant Parry from the 35. Winding up. Oh, beautiful throw at the 10-yard line. Grant Parry again. Rudock looking in the end zone. Touchdown! Darboh hauling it in, and Michigan with 54 seconds. Kenny Allen extra point is good. 20. Little softer this time. Takes the bounce. And a flag. Michigan out of timeouts. Utah takes a knee. Kyle Whittingham